Hello everyone, it's Becca from Becca Books and Bujo, and today I am showing you my 2024 bullet journal setup, as well as my January setup. So I know that this is different than my usual bullet journal setup videos. I normally actually set up my journal with you, but I was strapped for time and I needed to just set this up without a camera videoing me. So I'm just going to talk you through the spreads that I set up. We are still in the journal that I was in at the beginning of the year, or actually at, what point did I start this journal? June. I don't expect too much more of 2024 to fit in here, maybe 2 or 3 months, but I still wanted to have a setup to track my goals and some other things that you will see. So here's the cover page for 2024. I messed up on these lines, but you can barely see it. I am using this washi tape from the washi tape shop again. It is this lovely floral washi tape that I love, and I used it in my beginning of journal pages in this journal, and I didn't want to change. So I just decided to continue with these stickers and this color theme. Here we've got my 24 in 2024. I have all 24 goals for the year listed on this Dutch door, and then I have trackers for these goals on either side of the Dutch door. If you want to hear more about my 24 goals in 2024, I encourage you to subscribe and look for my video that will come out tomorrow. And I'll chat through each of these goals and why I set them for myself. Similarly, my bookish goals, this page looks crazy, but I love to track things and fill in boxes of color if I completed something, and so these are for my 12 bookish goals. Again, I will talk about these in my video coming out tomorrow. Here we've got a year in pixels. I love to fill this out. I can show you last year's year in pixels and how it turned out. You can kind of just see that I was happy this year. There were a few days where I had some rough times, but otherwise I was generally pretty happy and had a lot of super happy days too. And so I decided to carry this page over again in my new bullet journal setup, my 2024 setup. And I decided, because I knew I wasn't going to be in this journal for much longer, to actually washi tape this in. Sorry, there was some washi tape that I had to just hide there, but I can take this year in pixels out and put it in a new journal. I obviously will have to have the same color theme in my next bullet journal, but that's okay. I'm fine with that because I really love this washi tape and I want to use it all up. Anyway, moving on, we have my YouTube planning pages. I upload every Sunday and Wednesday usually, and so I like to put video ideas here. I put them in pencil when I think that they will go up, and then once I know for sure that they're going up, I will write it down in pen, and once it's posted, I'll put a little check mark. Again, I can show you my YouTube tracker from last year. I didn't include a subscriber tracker up here because I actually have that in my 24 goals for 2024. So instead I just have some notes. I thought I could put like some big milestones here or something, anything fun that happens throughout the year with YouTube. And then here is where I can list any ideas that I have that I don't necessarily schedule. Then we've got a Bookstagram tracker. I'm not quite sure how I want to do this year. Last year I had a goal of posting more frequently on Bookstagram. I definitely still want to do that, and I want to post regularly throughout the month, and I want to track that somehow. I just don't know what way is best. So I had this tracker before where I would just put a check mark, an X, or a little play button if I posted a post, story, or reel, respectively. And then I always post these things, my TBR stack, my wrap-up stack, my mid-month reading check-in, and my Bujo setup. Those are 4 posts that I always post every month, so I just kept track that I actually posted those. But I don't know if this worked for me or if this is the way I want to continue doing it. So I need to keep thinking about this Bookstagram tracker. So for now it is blank. I added a new beginning of journal spread called the Future Me Problems page. I feel like I always say, oh, I'll deal with that some other time, and I never have anywhere to write it or keep note that I'm actually going to do that in a future time. So I decided to make a list, and this will probably just be a bulleted list where I track problems that future me need to deal with. Then we've got my December review, which I really haven't filled out too much. I did track some of my goals here, but otherwise I need to fill in the events and things that made me happy, and then my goals for January in this section here, and then also fill in some numbers here. And here is my January spread. Like I said, I was going to show you my beginning of journal pages and my January setup. January, I was heavily inspired by this children's book, The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats. I was reading this to my son Theodore one day, and I opened up to the cover pages, or the end pages, and it was this beautiful snowy background. And I loved the pinks and blue and purple, and so I decided to use that in my January setup. And so I picked 3 tombos that captured those colors in the snowy day and just kind of copied the general snowflake shapes and had it kind of flowing down the page. I also added just a very faint pink tombow line on the back. I like doing horizontal lines in things. I mean, as you saw here, horizontal lines, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to do vertical lines to represent the snow falling down. I'm also manifesting with this monthly spread that we will get snow. It is January 1st in Minnesota, and we haven't had a snow that has stuck yet. So I'm hoping that this will make snow happen. I love snow. Our family loves snow, and so I'm wanting that to happen soon. Here is my monthly setup. I just like a big calendar spread for my monthly setup. I'll put all my events, and then I have some spots here on the left and down here for any notes or any other things I need to plan. We've got my habits tracker. I haven't quite figured out my habits yet because I feel like they'll be a little bit different this month with my new goals for 2024. So I just need to decide what exactly I'm tracking this month. Cleaning will stay pretty much the same. This top section is for things that I like to clean on the daily, and then down here are things that I clean weekly. And down here I will track some healthy habits like steps, sleep, if I get any exercise in and how many minutes of exercise, and then what's the other thing? Standing. I just basically use my Apple Watch rings for this section down here. And lastly, we have my reading tracker pages. Here on the left, I will just list my TBR. My deck of TBR was quite small this month. It was only 5 books, but then I have decided I want to read a bunch more books and partway participate in the short stack readathon, which Cozy Reader Kelly is hosting. I'll link her channel down below, but I want to read a bunch of short books. And yeah, so I have ideas. So this list might be very, very long. And my goals, again, I haven't filled out yet because I just need to see how my new bookish goals will fit into January reading and how much of each goal I want to try to accomplish in the first month of the year. These are just progress bars. I will write the title of a book, and actually I'll just show you quickly because I am in the middle of Fourth Wing, and I think coming into January I was at 18% of the way through Fourth Wing. So what I do is each box is worth 5%, so I just go 5, 10, 15, 18. Is this going to show up? Maybe. And so this will help me remember that I was 18% of the way through Fourth Wing when I started the month. And then every day I'll put a little bar for how far I got along, and it's just fun to see the progress I make in a book. And that's what we've got. Next page is empty for my first weekly. I will likely set that up tomorrow at work when I am setting up my checklist for the week, my to-do list. So that's what we've got for my January setup and my 2024 bullet journal setup. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video on your way out. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more bookish and bullet journaling content from me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!